our job becomes that we need to look at question number 8. Is dry needling within the scope of practice of physical therapy? I think the first thing, and just as both of the associations brought up, is we really need to look at the definition. What is the definition of dry needling? Now we, and that was brought up too, are not here to define the definition of acupuncture. Only the medical board can define the definition of acupuncture. According to the codes, there is a definition of acupuncture, 148E.1. In Iowa, there is no definition of dry needling within the codes. So we, as a board, can kind of formulate and decide our definition of dry needling. What do you consider dry needling? So let's start there and start with kind of discussion of that, of how we would want to even define it based on the presentations of the two.
Can I start?
You bet.
All right. I think, I don't think we need to reinvent the wheel here, because I think the Federation State PT Board has already established a strong definition. I'd like to look at that and then tweak it. And if we have it, it's, I don't know if you guys have that study, but there was this, I don't think I have it.
Do you want to read?
I can read
the definition?
I can read the definitions that was established here.
Okay.
And this is the executive summary. Dry needling is a skilled technique performed by a physical therapist using filiform needles to penetrate the skin and/or underlying tissue to affect change in body structures and functions for the evaluation and management of neuromusculoskeletal conditions, pain, movement impairments, and disability.
Okay, so let's break down that definition and have any discussion over it. Number 1, the use of a filiform needle. Do we agree that that is what dry needling is? It is the use of a filiform needle?
Well, can I back up just a little bit?
Bet.
Because I think we need clarification right before that. Dry needling is a skilled technique.
Okay, there you go.
Because I think that's important. I think it's an important statement. I think it's a technique, but it's also a procedure. It's a procedure that is performed within the expertise that a physical therapist is trained. So therefore, I think that if I were to scope, to put this frame, I would say that dry needling is a skilled procedure performed by a physical therapist, and then we can go into using filiform needles.
Tell me why you like the word procedure rather than treatment or technique again?
I think probably because of our licensure states, especially within our scope of practice, that we're looking at physical therapy uses effective properties of physical agents. We use therapeutic exercise, and we use rehabilitative procedure. And I think that falls.
That definition, because we do use the word procedure throughout our scope of practice, right, under rehabilitation procedure, which I think this kind of falls under.
I like that.
Okay, so dry needling is a skilled procedure